Hello, boys. I told you in the beginning today's my objective today is uh, to complete your graphing of sine, cos, and tan functions. It's a very interesting and very for me it is a thrill to work on this uh, app actually. And it explains it so well to you that you will not forget it ever. Now you see this. There is on one side I have got the axes, x-axis and y-axis. It is not mentioned, but two lines are there which are perpendicular to each other. One is horizontal line, which is x-axis, and one is vertical line, which is y-axis. And on the right hand side, I have got a curve area where it is starting from 0 onto the positive. You see again two lines which are horizontal and vertical line. They are again axes. You see at the bottom 0, 90, 180, 270, 360. That means 0 to 2 pi on this side and 0 to minus 2 pi on this side. So the graph is being plotted between 0 and 2 pi on the positive side, 0 to 2 pi on the negative side, and when we go beyond 2 pi you will see the change in the graph as well. Now usually it is done with the help of a uh, usually people take it as the unit circle. Unit circle means the radius of the circle is taken 1 unit. Here circle is not taken, but it is actually a circle of radius 10.5. You can see that the length is 10.5 there. It doesn't 10.5 centimeter, whatever you want to call it. Now there is a generator line, there is an initial line, and this is the generator line. Now when I move this, what happens is, first of all, notice two things together. The movement of the red circle on the curve along with the movement of the line OA. At present, the line BA is on top of BC. Line BA is on top of BC, and on the top right, if you see, sine 0 is 0. Sine 0 is actually what? Sine theta is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Perpendicular upon hypotenuse. It is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Here what is happening is that since BA is lying on top of BC, let me move it just now to make it clear. Now you can see AC is perpendicular. AC is perpendicular. But if I bring A down, perpendicular is decreasing and it will become 0 when it coincides with the x-axis, positive direction of x-axis. So what happens here, the angle is 0. Angle between BA and BC is 0. There is no angle because the generator line is exactly on top of the initial or original line, axis, original axis. So what happens is the angle between the two lines is 0. So what is sine theta? Perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Here there is no perpendicular, there is no triangle. So where is the perpendicular? There is no perpendicular. Perpendicular is 0. So 0 upon 10.5. If you see on top sine 0, it is written 0 upon 10.5. 0.0 upon 10.5, which will be 0.0. So sine 0 is 0. That you know also. On the along the x-axis, sine x is always 0. What else is 0 on along x-axis? Tan x is also 0. Is it? Sin x upon cos x. Sin x is 0. So tan x is what? Sin upon cos. Sin x is 0 and cos 0 is 1. So it will become 0. So on x-axis, sin and tan are always 0. Sine and tan are always 0. Opposite of sine is what? Cosec. Opposite of tan is what? Cot. Cosec and cot will be not defined. Cosec 0 and cot 0 will not be defined. These are the few things which you can learn. And the remaining two angles, that will be cos and sec, will be 1. Cos and sec along the x-axis. Along the x-axis. Now let me move this point. When I drag this point A, a triangle is formed. Now this triangle will move in a radius of 10.5 only, because the distance between B and A will always remain the same. That means I will be dragging this point A, and when I'll drag this point around B, I'll get a circle of radius 10.5, whatever unit is it. If it is centimeter, it will be centimeter. If it is millimeter, it will be millimeter. Because we are talking of the ratios, he has not mentioned any unit. Unit has got no values in the ratio. Anyway, whatever the value will be, cancelled from numerator and denominator, because we are calculating either sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, cot theta, cosec theta and sec theta. In every sine theta is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. It is ratio of two sides. So if centimeter is for perpendicular, it is also for hypotenuse. And so centimeter will cancel. That is why there is no ratio. But you can take whatever unit you like. Now at 26 degree, what is happening is the perpendicular is 4.6 and hypotenuse is 10.5, and I don't know what is the length of BC. But in this triangle, one thing is I can calculate that 10.5 whole square minus 4.6 whole square. You can calculate from your calculator, you can calculate what is the base. But please notice, we are just talking of the first quadrant. In the first quadrant, what will happen is, what happens is that in this triangle, whether it is base, whether it is perpendicular, whether it is hypotenuse, everything is positive. All are positive. BC is along positive direction of x-axis. CA is along the positive direction of y-axis, and AB is always positive. AB is always positive. So all the three sides of the triangle are positive. All the three sides of the triangle are positive. And the ratio sine theta, cos theta, tan theta. Sine theta, cos theta, tan theta are the ratio of the sides. Perpendicular upon hypotenuse, base upon hypotenuse, or perpendicular upon base. And all are positive. That is why in the first quadrant, every ratio is positive. That is why we used to write add sugar to coffee. In the first quadrant, all trigonometric ratios are positive. It is very clearly shown by this graph. When I move it, suppose I move it. So what is happening is, you see the value of the perpendicular is increasing. Hypotenuse is same. Hypotenuse is same. So when perpendicular is increasing, hypotenuse is same. So perpendicular upon hypotenuse will increase. It was 0 along on the x-axis, and when it is moving, you can see it is 0.69 just now. It is 0.69 just now. It has become 0.83. The angle increases, the theta increases, sine theta increases. Notice the movement of the red dot also. Just I'll show you. If I move it back here, the red dot is coming. If I am increasing, red dot is going up. That means the value is increasing. Suppose I move it slowly, 68. Now it is reaching to the maximum height. It is reaching to the maximum height. Maximum height here on the graph is along the y-axis is +1, and the minimum height is -1. Now what will happen is, if it reaches here, what does theta becomes 90. Theta becomes 90. Perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Perpendicular, hypotenuse both are same. Base is no more there. Base is no more there. But perpendicular hypotenuse both are same, 10.5 upon 10.5. That is why sine 90 is 1. Sine 90 is 1. Is it clear or not? If sine 90 is 1 here, you can see sine 90 is 1. And in the first quadrant, what have we explained to you is that in the first quadrant, all 6 trigonometric ratios are positive. All 6 trigonometric ratios are positive, and the value of sine has reached maximum, that is plus 1. It has started from 0, from the origin, and when it keeps increasing and the perpendicular coincides with hypotenuse, then perpendicular upon hypotenuse becomes 1, and that is sine 90 is 1. Sine 90 is maximum. And now you can see the red dot is stationary at the highest point here. And what is here? 90. Corresponding to sine 90, the value of sine is 1. Sine 90 is 1, while sine 0 was 0. We showed you. Now the question is, if I move it further, if I drag the point further in the second quadrant, when I move this into the second quadrant, again the triangle is formed. Again the triangle is formed, and in this triangle what is happening is, you see this angle is 109. This angle is 109. But if you subtract from 180 minus 109, you will get the angle. 180 minus 109 will be how much? 71. It will be 71. So now if you notice in this triangle, what is happening? The base BC has become negative. The base BC has become negative. Why? Because BC is along now the negative, because B is the origin. Actually B is the origin. To the right of B was positive x-axis. To the left of B is negative values. So BC has become negative. That means base has become negative. Perpendicular is still positive. Hypotenuse is still positive. That means what will happen is that perpendicular upon hypotenuse is sine theta. Hypotenuse upon perpendicular is cosec theta. So sine theta and cosec theta are positive in the second quadrant. Notice the movement of the red dot also on the curve. It has started its journey downwards. It peaked at 90. It peaked at 90, and now the movement has started downward. Movement has started downward. If I move it further, A, now you notice what is happening is the perpendicular is decreasing. If perpendicular is decreasing, then naturally perpendicular hypotenuse is not changing. This whole thing is going around in a circle of A is moving on the path of a circumference of a circle of radius 10.5 centimeter. When it is decreasing, 8.5 is decreasing and 10.5 is, so what is going to happen? It is, just see, it is also decreasing. It is also decreasing, because if numerator is decreasing and denominator remains the same, then the final value will decrease. If I increase this, for example, just let me see. If I increase, the value increases. But if I decrease the hypotenuse, perpendicular, the value of the sine is decreasing. And in the second quadrant, sine and cosec are positive, the rest are negative. Why the rest are negative? Because in this triangle only base is negative. Base comes in what ratios? What is cos theta? Base upon hypotenuse. Base is negative, hypotenuse is positive. So cos is negative. Opposite of cos is sec. Sec will be negative. Tan is what? Perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular is positive, base is negative. So tan will be negative. And opposite of tan is cot. So cot will be negative. This is also a very beautiful explanation for the second quadrant, first quadrant, third and fourth quadrant. Now when I go down further, if I drag this point further, I reach to 180 degree. I reach to 180 degree. Notice where is the red dot on the curve. It is at 180 degree on x-axis. And what is the value there? 0. The value is 0 because it is lying on the x-axis. The value of x is 0. So sine 180 degree is 0. His sine 180 degree is 0. Sine 180 is 0. Sine 180 is 0. Sine 0 is 0. Sine 0 is 0. Sine 180 is 0. That means along the x-axis, whether on the right side, whether on the left side, whether on the positive side or negative side, sine will be always 0. That is why we call on the right side we call 0, 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, 8 pi, and the left hand side we call pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, 7 pi. We call them odd multiples of pi. On the right side we had even multiples of pi. Now what has happened? Why it has become 0? Because again perpendicular has become 0. When perpendicular becomes 0, there is no triangle, so there is no perpendicular. Now it has completed the journey from, on the curve, the red dot has completed the journey from 0 to 1, 0, it was 0 at 0, then it reached maximum height 1 at theta is equal to 90, then it has come back to 0 again when theta is 180 degree. You can see on the graph. Now if I move it down further, what we notice is that we have come into the third quadrant. And in the third quadrant, what has happened is you have got the base negative. You have got your base of this triangle. In this triangle ABC, base is negative, perpendicular is negative. So tan theta is what? Perpendicular upon base. Both are negative, they will cancel, will give you positive. So that is why in the third quadrant tan theta is positive. And if tan theta is positive, then cot theta is also positive, because cot theta is the reverse of tan theta. But sin theta is what? Perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Perpendicular is negative, hypotenuse is positive, so it will be negative. Cosec theta is reverse of sine, so it will be negative. Cos theta is what? Base upon hypotenuse. Base is negative, hypotenuse is positive, so again negative. Cos is negative, so sec will be negative. So now the values are decreasing. Decreasing. You can see the movement of the red dot on the curve. Now when it goes down till 270, I am taking it to 270 now. 270 exactly. It is showing 269. Let me bring it 270. Okay, 271 it has become. Okay, let's bring it to 270. At 270 again what happens is 10.5, but it is negative direction. One is negative because it is downward y. That is why it is minus 1. That is why the curve is here minus 1. So at 0 sine was 0. At 90 sine value was 1. At sine 180 the value of sine was 0, and then again it started decreasing. It is below x-axis, so it is going negative, in the negative direction. It came in the negative direction and reached maximum value of negative. Maximum values or minimum value of negative to the minus 1. It reached to the minus 1, and from minus 1 again it will go upward. If we come into the fourth quadrant, if we go into the fourth quadrant, the point is start moving up. Why it is moving up? Please see, perpendicular is negative again. Perpendicular is negative. Hypotenuse is positive. But perpendicular and negative, and if you, in this sine is negative, cosec is negative. What is positive in this? What is positive? Cos only. Cos is what? Base upon hypotenuse. Base is positive. BC is positive. Only perpendicular is negative. Perpendicular is negative, and perpendicular comes in sine and cosec. So sine and cosec will be negative. What else will be negative? Perpendicular. Tan theta is there. Tan theta is perpendicular upon base, so it is negative, and cot theta is also negative. Now when we move this point A further up, you notice the red dot moving on the curve. It is moving upward, 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 and when I complete one cycle of 360 degree, then it has reached 0. It has reached 0. It has reached 0. It has reached 0. So this is how. Now this curve is called sinusoidal wave. It is called sinusoidal wave. It is called sine curve. It is called sine wave also. And please notice the period of this curve is 2 pi. Because if I move it further, just notice, if I move it further above 360, again it has started moving up. The curve will repeat itself. Just keep noticing. I'll talk to you later. Just notice the curve. Just notice the curve. Just notice the curve. It is repeating. It is repeating. The values are repeating. The values are repeating. The values are repeating. Values are repeating. Values are repeating the same way. That means if you pick up between 0 to 2 pi curve and keep putting it further and further, you will keep getting the same curve. You will keep getting the same curve as you can see on the graph. As you can see it on the graph. So the period, it is a periodic graph. It is a periodic function. What does mean periodic function? Periodic function means that if I know this much between 0 to 2 pi and I keep putting this graph further on the x-axis, the same graph will be obtained. Like you can see, the 4 waves are there here. So this is called periodic graph. The period is 0 to 2 pi. 2 pi is the period. After every 2 pi, the thing will, you see, 0 to 360 was there, then 360 to, actually it is 720. This is 720. It has come 720. It was from where? It was 0 to, we started 0 to 360 we went, and from 360 to 720 again the same thing is repeated. So same graph exactly. You keep cut and paste, cut and paste, cut and paste, you'll keep getting the graph. So this kind of graph is called periodic function. Periodic graph or periodic function, because sine is a function. Periodic function. It is a periodic function. Now, one thing, another important thing is that period is 2 pi. Period is 2 pi. And if you take any value on x-axis, and from there you drop a perpendicular onto the graph, it will cut the graph. That means corresponding to any value on the x-axis, corresponding value of y will be obtained. So that means the domain of the function is set of real numbers. Domain of the function is set of real functions. because have corresponding all real values have corresponding values of y, whether plus or negative. You saw in the triangle also. So along the x-axis, if I take any point and drop a perpendicular, it'll cut the curve somewhere or the other. So the domain is always values along the x-axis. So domain of this function is set of real values, R. R generally represents set of real value. On y-axis, it goes from -1 to +1. Any value greater than +1 or less than -1 for sine theta is not acceptable. If somebody says sine theta is equal to 2, that means that is not possible. If somebody says sine theta is minus 1.5, that is not acceptable, because the value along the y-axis is range, and range is -1 to +1. For sine theta, period is 2. These are the things which you must remember. Period is 2 pi. After 2 pi, it will keep repeating. That means after 2 pi, it will keep getting the same value. The curve will repeat itself. And the domain of the function is set of real values. And what is the range? Range is along y-axis, -1 to +1. So sine can have minimum value -1, maximum value 1. That means it can have value between -1 and +1, not below -1 and not above 1. Is that clear? That is very important for you to remember. This is how we plotted sine curve. Now we will talk today only about cos curve also. After this, I'll stop the recording and then I will give you